Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, whenever you might happen to be enjoying this. Welcome back. We are jumping into session 4 of our new ongoing campaign. Now, we did play this game just before Christmas. It's going to be releasing just after Christmas, so whenever you are watching this, I hope you did have a wonderful Christmas. We had a great time in this session, and I hope you stick around and have a few laughs and enjoy it with us. We're going to jump right on in. The morning of Helwinter dawns crisp and bright, with the city of Titan transformed overnight by a thick blanket of snow. Outside, the streets are alive with the sounds of the season. Children are laughing as they pelt each other with snowballs, the crunch of boot as bundled up townsfolk go about their business, and the ever present clamor of business and the bustling markets preparing for tonight's celebrations. You've all met up this morning inside the Broken Keg, as usual. And in here, the mood is warmer, cozier. The fire in the hearth crackles and pops, filling the room with its inviting glow. The rich smells of Davrov's cooking waft through the kitchen, enhanced by the beneficial ingredients you picked up the previous evening. You can smell spiced sausages, bacon, fresh bread, and a hint of something sweet, perhaps for later on in tonight's feast. The
Oh,
group.
he's fucking gone. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it was just me.
No.
It's always just you.
Can you hear me? Testing
We
1,
can
2,
now.
3.
Mhm.
Okay, where did you hear up to?
Yeah.
I heard something about sausages and kids that we could fight with snowballs. Not in that order.
Got it. So the group, you've gathered up around your
To
usual
fight with
table.
sausages and snowballs we could eat.
Yes, exactly. You are having your breakfast at the moment. You had a few things that occurred through the night, I know, after your visit to the winter market. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What's the breakfast discussion? Everyone's just silent.
I mean, I had a monster shit in the night. It was fucking top tier, lads. Starting the conversation because I'm an idiot.
So all that protein playing havoc on your
What can I say? The street meat down at the market hit different.
street meat. That sounds like such an awful euphemism. Oh yeah, I went down this back alley last night and got some really good street meat.
I mean, we did go down a back alley and we did find street meat.
Speaking of street meat, it unlocked something in me. Guys, I might not be dragonborn, maybe I'm chameleon born. And at this point, I cast disguise self on myself to turn to a guy from last night that we murdered. Boom! Chameleon.
Doing that in the middle of a pub may not be your wisest choice.
Absolutely isn't, but it's breakfast and we're already drinking, so.
Because say I'll just throw on this cloak and turn into a wolf.
Are you throwing on the Drake Wolf cloak?
Not right now because I have more sense than that. But it's great when I want to go for a run. It's a really good because you get all 4 limbs work out instead of just the 2.
Do you? Do you even know what the cloak does?
Oh, I do.
Turns him into hot dog.
Yeah, it turns me into a hot dog. I can go scurrying for more street meat.
So on Christmas morning, we want to get more street meat and chase the dog. Let's go.
Hot diggity dog.
I should stop talking.
As he stuffs his face with more street meat.
No, not just any meat. It's Daz's meat. Man's got his
From the
sausages on
street.
peak.
Daz's street meat.
I mean, it's no better if you say, Daz's sausage that he's after.
Daz's street sausage.
Ah. So no one else had anything else from the evening they wanted to share.
I guess I do drop that. Me as Theodore, I had a horrible nightmare. Something is definitely up with my head. Need to be drinking way more because I do not want to hear that once again. As Theodore, I am deeply scared, and it was something about finding dead roads. Really, that I will find clarity in the place of dead roads or something like that. What are dead roads? Who killed them? I have no idea.
So let's go on a party to the fucking cemetery and see if we can trigger more nightmares.
Oh, God.
Let's kill some roads and have a place of dead roads. I don't know. Might not be the worst idea.
Meanwhile, I've pulled out the neck chain that I got given by or requested from Talek in our last evening and tossed it back to him. For entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you toss Talek the necklace back.
It's a very light toss across the table as you're sitting opposite me.
Oh,
It's like does like a trick with it as well, like a. Even though I've been proven not to be accurate.
The one time you actually hit what you aimed for.
Athletics check? I was going to say, did I need to do the athletics check to show that I actually can throw it across the table?
Accidentally jams it somewhere.
Just lands squarely in the middle of his eyeball.
Okay.
But yeah,
So what have
now,
you
now I'm
guys?
kind of sat across the table. I'm in awe of him. Catching it very gracefully. Thinking to myself, I should definitely teach him to fire a gun one day, a rifle.
He probably knows how.
He shoots better than you do.
Anyone shoots better than I do.
This is true.
You have a pistol. Oh. I thought I was special.
Well,
God damn it.
you're supposed to be special in that you're very good at shooting at long range, but that didn't pan out in the first attempt. All right. So what do you guys have planned for the day?
I'm gonna continue my revelation regarding the necklace at the table.
Go for it.
Or some of the information around. So, I've established or remembered that this person we found murdered in cold blood in the back alley is someone of some provenance in my circles. It would be interesting if we could find out what happened to the rest of her stuff. As I remember, she's known for carrying around a very impressive sword that we would it'd be interesting to see where it ends up.
oh, a sword.
It's semi worrying that she's turned up deaded because she was very well renowned for not being deaded. And being able to avoid the dead.
Salted Kraken, I believe, was the pub, and it was Snitchy and Davy, the two guys.
So yeah, it's kind of impressive and worrying that she ended up the big dead. She was known for fighting off when heavily outnumbered and surviving. Was deceivingly could deceivingly hold her own.
Question: if someone killed her, should four of us fight this person? Will we get murked as well?
That would be a very interesting question that I do not know the answer to.
Oh, so there is a
Unless
chance.
she was just totally caught by surprise. It's also a possibility.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see if we could find out, well, also potentially why she was here.
Okay.
So it's out of character for her to have been in the city.
And out of character to have been mobbed that easily.
Right, I'm suspecting Zethian is hiding something. Zethian, who was she, really?
I know, and well, me and many know of her provenance and ability to hold her own, but actually people know very little of her. Hence why I didn't recognise her to start with. Because she is
Do you
known
have
for
a
being...
name? Do you have a name but don't want to share it?
Both.
And what are you saying? In my circles, she's well known. What kind of circles are we talking about?
The circles from which I gain my lack of skills.
Okay, something is brewing.
Can we just, like, not squeeze his testicles, but try and,
Oh, not again.
we could maybe persuade him to say, can we get some more information from that? Just do a complete roll against him.
I mean, yeah, if you guys want to do a, well, I mean, you can. First off, you would require an insight, to figure out if there is something he's hiding. Although I don't think he's been fairly clear about something that he's hiding. Yes. Yeah.
The option is there. I'm thinking about it.
Go ahead and just roll a persuasion and give me the argument that you're giving to try to see about getting him to say more to you.
I mean, the argument that I'm going to go for is just clearly, you know more than you're letting on. Feels kind of dangerous to not let us know. We're covering for numerous bodies in an alleyway. You know something about who they murdered. It's going to reflect back on us. Like, come on. Talk to us. Tell us what you know. Tell us everything. Watch me roll a fucking 2. 9. Could be worse. I'm not very persuasive.
All right, Zethian? A 9 is not very persuasive.
It's not very persuasive.
You could
but I
still
appreciate that he's
offer
made
him more.
a fairly valid point. Like, maybe I should trust you guys more, even though some of you are clearly dumb as bricks.
Am I okay to try as well? Saying that we are dealing with some kind of murder with a giant bomb that delicately explodes in someone's house, in someone's room, and I would be afraid to work with someone who, I don't know anything about his background and what's happening with him. 15 plus 5.
Now, there's a
pretty
persuasive
persuasive.
argument. Yeah.
I suppose it's time to reveal who I am a member of. Who, I guess, would they have heard of them before?
Oh, I'm sure they would have heard of them. They're not a secret within the city.
So I am a member of the wonderfully coveted Rangers, and it turns out that this woman was also a member of the Rangers, more commonly known by Allura of the Black Scale, hence the black scaly cloak.
Allure of the Black Scale.
How do you spell that?
Which bit of it? I'm sure you can spell black scale, right? Or is your character that silly?
Yes, I'm that mentally deficient, mate. Yes. No, fucking first name. Spelling
Allura,
things-
ALLURA.
A-double-N-U-R. Okay, I was one L short. I like to be specific, despite the fact that I'm stupid.
Yeah, Allura. The black scale.
Ah, yes,
More-
the yellow scale.
More as a nickname.
Go, go, Power Rangers. Sorry.
And as you say that, Buzz Lightyear walks in. Oh, fuck's sake.
The Iron Soul.
Yes, but she was very well known for being very elusive, yet very capable. Hence the lack of immediate recollection that that's who that was at the time.
Okay.
So it's curious as to why she just mysteriously turned up mobbed by some very average Joes that we managed to murder. It's entirely possible. Just encountered the run bad.
As you're having this conversation sat at the table, Davroth actually walks over to you and kind of leans in and he says, "Yeah, maybe be a bit more careful with that phrasing." He's just heard you casually talking about. He's just casually heard you talking about murders from across the tavern.
If it
Was a
makes you feel any
euphemism,
better,
guys.
it wasn't
We're
us.
joking.
I rolled his
Played a very
perception and he hit a
heated board
natural
game
20.
last night, and it got out of hand.
Yeah, I rolled his perception just to see if he was paying attention, and he hit a natural 20 hearing you guys talking about murders.
Yeah, we were just playing this new tabletop game last night called Murder in Ollendale. It got very messy. It's like our in-world version of Cluedo.
Yeah. I will also point out that he doesn't really look concerned. It's just kind of like, hey, are you dumb or what? Don't talk about it in public.
Okay. Well, speaking more harshly, what I can do is I can disguise myself as the guy who killed yesterday, and try to get some information from Sneechy and Davy. Although I have no idea who he was or who those guys are, and so the situation might come into brawl. It would we could try, but just now we will start fighting with them, and we can extract more information from them or extract the sword or something like that.
I mean, if you can shapeshift into the geezer we killed and frame the rest of us as good people to bring into violence mode, we're initiates. Then you don't have to talk as much. It's just like, here's more people that are really good at violence. We've dug you out of a shit pit because everyone else in the alleyway is dead.
Oh, and by the way, the sword may or may not be known for being on fire.
That would have been good to fucking know. Let's note that down.
It slipped my mind briefly.
Let me just put that down in just capital letters. Her sword be flaming.
It's a flaming sword.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to go fuck with a bunch of thugs? It sounds like fun.
and get murdered by their newly procured flaming sword.
Only if they can hit us. Look, you're already on fire, mate. You're fine. We'll send you forward.
True.
You guys heading out?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we don't have to start a fight, but we can go for a drink in the pub and try and catch some vibes.
Okay.
How out of character is it for us to turn up into a shithole pub and drink? I mean, if they recognise us, then there's
Why
a
don't-
problem, but we'll deal with that as and when.
Why don't we
Yeah,
get
but
our
they
new chameleon friends to go in disguised as the person from last night? And then we also just go in as a detached group and keep an eye and see what happens and see whether anybody approaches him.
Yeah.
Do you have
In
any
the-
smoke bombs left, Tay?
Tay.
Yeah, we have Tay, Big Doors, and Hot Stuff. That's the three of you. That's how you are down in my notes, and that's how I refer to you. Same way that Dazza is Dazza.
Yeah, I don't want a nickname.
He's already been using it in the notes for weeks.
So no smoke bombs. What does it take for you to make a smoke bomb? I'm more thinking if we send Big
Smoke
Doors
the
in
bomb.
on his own, he needs a way out that isn't just us getting ourselves arrested or killed. And a smoke bomb is a really good way in. Otherwise, we can just take a big piece of rope, soak it in kerosene or some sort of fuel, and let it burn and create smoke.
I mean, smoke grenades are available in the city to purchase.
Why do I feel like this is now going to go down the route where, like, at some point George is going to try and create a nuke?
I'm not smart enough to do that. I have a -1 on intelligence.
Does uranium or
No.
plutonium exist in this universe?
No, you see, you missed it out there. Saladin is not going to try to create a nuke. Saladin is going to ask Talek to create a nuke.
Potato, ends in the same result.
But that being said, how much is a smoke bomb?
Smoke grenades, depending on where you're looking to go, anywhere from 25 to 40
Gold health
gold.
potion. Jesus, that was pricey.
25 to what?
25 to 50 gold, depending on where you're looking to get them.
Because if we send Big Doors in shapeshifted and it goes wrong, it's going to be really difficult for him to escape without us all getting killed. Whereas when we were in the fight arena, it didn't work for you, but it did work for me and Craggy. If we're about to start sticking our dicks in places they don't belong, a backup plan
Is Talek,
might help.
Richard, are you with us? I think
This is
Richard
going
might
to be
have had to
really
step
funny
away.
if Richard can't hear Casey and I can hear Casey and both of you.
What, can you hear Richard?
Oh, that's...
Oh,
Can no one else hear Richard but me?
I can.
Why can I not?
he's not speaking right now.
Lad, can you hear everyone?
Okay. Yes, I can hear Richard. Yes.
I can see and hear everyone except for Richard.
This makes so much more sense. Both of you guys have been talking over each other and it's been really quite amusing.
Ah, well, it makes more sense now.
Bad timing.
Alright, I've reloaded.
Oh, I can now. I can see him.
Okay, I can now see everyone.
Roll call. Everyone shout out your name and can they be heard? It's
I'm
me,
George.
I'm Malmo.
Hello.
Okay, it seems everything is working now. No idea what that was.
I have no idea.
Epic.
All right, so let's run through the plan once more. You're sending in someone or disguised self into the salted kraken.
So just to give me a little bit more of a fighting chance, let's go there, right? Have some drinks there. Try to hear someone talking and find both Stishy and Dave, because I need to know how they look like. Otherwise, I'm going there like, hey, who here is Stishy and who here is Dave? I think that will be a little bit, will be hard to sell. I mean, I could say that, oh, I lost my memory or something, but, well, they are not going to tell me anything if I lost my memory.
Well,
If we go there,
you know what they're wearing because they were all wearing the same stuff.
I have an
So,
idea.
with disguise self, the clothes changes as well. So what I could do is, I don't know, go to toilet, disguise self there, and then come back after we already heard where are Stishy and Dave at least. You know?
Is it likely that either of them, Snitchy or Dave, would have been at the underground arena during my fight? Because if so, we can have an out in the fact that, you know, people are talking about me cheating during the fight. I can come in there asking for Snitchy or Dave, who's been talking shit about me, and then you guys can look for the guys that are either running away or anyone who looks slightly awkward about the giant geezer walking in and chatting shit about them and wanting to fight them. It kind of either makes them run or hide. And if you guys are looking for someone with the rough description of Snitchy and Dave, which we do have, despite the fact that it being one of them is bald and one of them is generic thug,
Yeah.
it's a way without you having to immediately ask for Snitchy and Dave and to try and flush them out. Takes the focus away from you because you're shape shifting, you're going to have to be deceptive. But if the focus is on the giant arsehole, food for thought.
Okay, so you go there first, try to speak with them. Sorry, asking for Stishy and Dave, and help me find who they are. And then I'm coming after you and speaking with them, trying to find some information from them.
I think you guys arriving first is probably the smartest thing. Because if I immediately make a ruckus and start threatening Snitchy and Dave for talking about me cheating, that will create an immediate response. And that's the easiest thing to look for. And you guys should be there first. Once again, if this is a terrible idea, please tell me.
I mean,
I'm very one-dimensional.
I don't think it's a bad idea, honestly.
We could also, potentially, you will tell them that they talked too much shit about you, and we will just try to intimidate them to get the sword, if my disguise doesn't work.
So we try diplomacy and then we try violence.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Well, deception, I guess. Deception first, and then if deception doesn't work, try violence. How does that sound?
I think it could work.
If we do this, no, that's going to be metagaming. I'm going to be quiet.
Okay, so we're going there.
Okay. Now,
Help me.
before you leave the tavern, I want to ask, what are you guys doing with the cloak?
I mean, if you really want to fuck with them, I could wear it into the tavern. But that's a terrible idea, so Sam should be hiding it.
Yeah, I think that just immediately starts with a roll for initiative. if you walk in with the cloak on. Another thing we could do though is give it to Theodore, as he's going in.
I could just say that, I have it stashed somewhere, but I want some more information. Oh, if I want to, I said it's stashed somewhere, and I'll tell them to come with me to some sort of alleyway where you guys can meet us as well. How does that sound?
We kind of jump them in the alleyway like they jumped Allura.
Yeah, it's stealing from the robbers,
Robin Hood. We just
Yeah.
keep robbing.
Yeah, we're just stealing from the poor.
We jump the
to
jumpers.
us.
On Christmas Day, let's jump the jumpers. Let's fucking go.
Although I do need to take a detour by Pennies so I can drop off these things I've fixed on our way to the salted kraken. The saltine crackers.
Yeah. No
Damn,
problem.
now I want calamari.
Okay. So what did you decide you're doing with the cloak?
I think Sam's keeping it hidden, right?
It's still in my backpack.
Okay. You head down through the markets, through the town. Everyone roll me a perception check. As you're heading through the markets.
Nat 20, baby.
23.
That's my only good roll of the session, and it was a fucking unicorn dice. This is my new favourite dice.
Yeah. Yeah, about those great dice rolls.
You have a +5 and you roll a 6.
Oh, that's a nat failure.
Yeah.
I mean, we break average between the four of us.
That's impressive.
He just walked into the door frame as he walked out the bar.
You crit
He's
16.
like, oh, who
I
put
crit...
that there?
All right. So Saladin and Theodore are the two that are observant today. As you're approaching the market, a few things that jump out to you. The crowds today are massive. Everyone is out enjoying the morning. The town is overrun with population, just out for walks, out doing last-minute shopping, or just kind of enjoying the snow day. As you are wandering through town, you do notice something that, although it's a fairly normal thing, for the fact of today being what it is, it throws you both off for just a moment. You glance over off towards the side, towards one of the parks, and you see a pair of crows eating another dead bird. And as you look, you realize that the bird that's being eaten is a robin.
Okay.
Now, normally that would just be, a normal, natural thing. But for some reason, because of the fact that the robin is one of the symbols of Helwinter, today it kind of throws you for just a moment to see that.
Okay.
Just going to point it out to everyone else in the crowd. Well, not in the crowd, but in our party. That's not great. Not going to do anything about it, but if I see it as an omen, I'm going to let my friends know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, robin's
I'm
nesting
down.
is always
Yeah.
one of those kind of omens of the day that says that the cold of winter is going to end and spring is around the corner.
I mean, do we recognize the pair of crows as being a symbol of anything? So like some symbology of the crows fucking murdering a robin, and the robin represents some life god, and the crows represent something else.
Well, the robin as a symbol of the season is a representation of spring and new life. Crows are traditionally associated with the gods of death. They are considered messengers for the gods of the dead. Not necessarily evil, but they are connected with death.
So double death fucks up new life. Ballin'.
Yes.
So we're going to expect double murders in the next couple days because, you know.
Hooray! More fighting.
I swear down, if we end up with double the murders because of me saying something stupid like that, that's going to be probably on character,
Yeah. I
but also stupid.
don't think any of us will be like sad about double murdering there.
It just means it
No,
doubles our
could be
payday. And we could look and learn more about the runes.
Also, did someone add the money to their inventory last time from those robbers? Because I didn't.
I was hoping your already. I was busy.
I picked up the other money, but not that money.
I have it. One of us picked it up. I don't know if any of us specifically added it. If you want to, I can, because I have it.
Right, I'm struggling to hear.
Yeah,
Just
George
me?
was super quiet then.
I was
Me being
wondering if it was
quiet?
just
That's
me.
very out of character.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me try something.
Much better.
Can you hear it? Yeah.
And now he's gone.
We are actually
Well,
good.
Okay, if I can hear it, it's valid.
Actually cursed today.
Is Casey being quiet or?
I was laughing at the fact that none of us could hear you.
Okay.
Or at least I couldn't
Can you
hear
hear me
you.
now?
Harold, we can hear him now. We can hear you. Can you hear him?
I can, yes.
Okay, so we will just do a quick roll call and just say something.
Okay,
If he even
I'm
ever
back
gets
now.
back.
Can you all hear
Now,
me
what
now?
we should do.
I can hear you.
Oh, I can't say.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Damn it.
You cannot see him. Can you see Casey?
No, I can. I was going to say
Okay.
something else, but I can't say it now. He's back because it ruins it.
No, you should.
No,
definitely say
he
now
was
that
going
he's
to
back.
say that whenever I got back, everyone should act like they still couldn't hear me. I know exactly where he was going with that.
No, that wasn't going to be my thing.
This is beautifully cursed today. I love it.
But more to the question, shall I just add the gold from last session to my inventory? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
One of us would have picked it up. I just didn't want to be greedy. Turns out I am greedy.
Saladin just went. Oh, shiny mine.
Well, I caved a man's skull in, and then I just, took all of the money.
Plucked the gold out of his brain.
You also ruptured his testicles too. Don't forget that.
I don't think I actually ruptured his testicles. I just pushed them to the very edge.
They were well fondled.
They were well appreciated. They were well utilized.
All
They're
right.
looking especially odd today.
Oh boy. Anyway, as we're in this market,
Yep. You head through. Oh, god damn it.
oh, I can now. I can see him.
It's just
We all
giant,
work
yeah.
adjacent to tech. We know how frustrating this shit can be.
Yeah.
This is
If
extremely
it was Lee, it's a
frustrating.
different ball game.
Is there any medium of a voice and video communication tool that actually works for you, Casey?
At the moment, I don't believe so.
Do we need
Do
to
you wanna
switch to
try
Microsoft
WhatsApp?
Teams?
Oh no.
No,
Fuck
no,
off.
no,
I
no.
will not
Oh,
touch Teams.
no.
Please no.
I do have a new Wi-Fi card coming shortly that should be installed for next session that I
Sorry,
hope will make things
Wi-Fi.
better.
You don't actually have a fucking Ethernet cable plugged in, bruv.
With the way my
I
house
don't.
is set up, I don't have a place to in my office now.
Oh,
I have a stupidly large cable running through walls and into a switch. Would you like me to set it up for you?
Have none of you ever heard of
Sorry,
power
that sounded
adapters?
more condescending than it was supposed to. It was not supposed to sound condescending. That was supposed to be
Yeah,
a genuine
no,
offer.
it's just the way the house is laid out. It would be a pain in the ass, believe me.
Power line adapters.
I've had those;
they are
they
terrible.
never worked well.
They're not terrible. It depends on your if your house wiring's good, they're good. If your
Yeah,
house
it's
wiring
not.
is terrible, they're shit.
Yeah, it's not. My house has 3 separate wiring circuits, and the one I'm on is not the same one my modem is on.
Yes, that's not going to be a thing.
No. Anyway, you do make your way through the market, and you do not find Penny there.
There was a second place that you were supposed to meet
Yeah, I
her
did
that I
have that
don't
card,
actually know
didn't I,
about.
with-
Sorry.
with an address on it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how far out of our way that is, though.
Quite a bit in the opposite direction from to the docks.
That's fine. The later we arrive at the docks, the drunker they will be, which I think for
True.
our situation is probably an advantage.
True.
So, what time of day are you trying to arrive at the Kraken? Bearing in mind that it is Helwinter, meaning that anyone who has a family will probably be at home with family today. The only people that you're going to get in taverns usually today are going to be people like the feast that Davroth is having for people who don't have family.
Mm-hmm.
Probably say we want to get there around like mid-afternoon to very early evening. I'd have probably said would be the ideal time to arrive there. So it's giving them time to start drinking if they're in there. And if they're not in there, it's giving everybody else enough time to start drinking that they may be able to be a bit looser-lipped in telling us where Snitchy and Davy may be.
So what, round trip to Penny and then back?
Yeah. I also don't want to go into another tavern with all of these delicate gnome-engineered things I've had to repair.
Okay, so you do an about face and head in the other direction to head towards the junk shop that you have the address for.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me just grab this then.
Guys, while Casey is grabbing it, I think at some point we'll also probably want to go back to the justice priests to check with them whether they will get more information, because I don't think they will just naturally tell us if something has happened. Doesn't matter if it is like today, but like every once in a while we probably should check on them.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think there should be probably in the next couple of days we go there. given it's only been like 3 days since we were last there, and there's been no more murders pop up.
That
Yeah,
would
regards
it's
to
not like
that.
we've discovered much that they don't know already.
Yeah.
So
We also need to work out a plan for you to go in there without you having to tell her the truth about everything you saw vision wise and everything.
I mean, we could just send me because I'm utterly oblivious.
Yeah, but we also don't want to start a fight with a whole order of clerics.
So you
I
can end up
don't
with the opposite
instinctively
problem where
start
you reveal
fights.
something that
I'm
you're
just a
supposed to.
moron. The whole point of my character is supposed to be gentle giant, and I'm doing my best to stick to that point. That's why I didn't jump in with the fight in the pub.
Okay.
True.
I'm not instinctively going to lie because I probably wasn't paying attention when the vital facts were there.
That's also very true.
I don't 100% know what
Don't need to
Big Doors does or doesn't know.
don't need to
Have
play,
it
play
in
dumb
the
if you're
notes.
genuinely ignorant to it, I guess.
Exactly.
All right.
That's not
So-
my character. That's just me.
So you make a loop through town, and you find yourself at a junk and, well, it's advertised as a curiosities shop, not necessarily a junk shop. But it's very, very clear that that's, for the most part, what you're going to find here. The name of the shop is Conduit Supply. You head inside, and inside you see all manner of gadgets and curiosities and both broken and repaired items of all kinds. You also see quite a large supply of items of the macabre variety. Skulls, various organs in jars, various curiosities of various types of creatures. Whether it's a mutant wolf paw or a, two-headed bear mounted on the wall. This guy seems to collect things, and the stranger the better.
Interesting.
And sitting behind a desk, you see a fairly well preserved, for his age, by the looks of things, man, probably you would guess in his late 50s, early 60s, dark black hair, very little signs of gray. Although his eyes look older than the rest of him does. Sitting behind a desk wearing a very dark red robe. And he kind of looks up at all of you as you enter. And you can all roll perception if you'd like as you enter the shop here.
Please tell me it's not a red wizard.
Wow.
18.
Wow. My perception rolls today.
You're better off
Really?
using passive perception.
I've rolled a
I'm
1 and
surprised
I've
if he
rolled a
has
2.
Tam himself.
Saladin and Zethian, both of you notice, although the other two do not, that as you come in, this gentleman's eyes focus and rest on Theodore for quite a bit longer than they do any of the rest of you, as if something about him stands out to this person. Happy Helwinter to all of you. And what can I do for you today?
I'm just delivering these for Penny. I was repairing these items for her in exchange for a necklace.
Ah, yes. The Warforged repairman. Yes, Penny did leave something for you. And he kind of digs beneath the counter for a bit. and then eventually pulls out a box, takes it, and lifts the lid off, and you can see inside the box the glass case that has the necklace. The what did she call it? The possibly cursed mirror necklace. And you have the items that she asked you to repair.
I do indeed, yes. All of them well repaired, including the gnomish stuff. It's all done and ready for her. I'm assuming when you see her to collect them, as I haven't seen her for a few days.
No, as far as I'm aware, she's spending the holidays with her family. I can take the items off you. You said gnomish items.
Yeah, there's a few interesting gnomish items in here.
He kind of takes the box off of you, and at the mention of gnomish, you can see the kind of cringe on his face. He says, "I hate having items like that in the shop. I'll put them somewhere safe until she comes for them." And he kind of moves the box off to the far corner of behind the desk.
I couldn't agree more with you there.
As you're kind of all in the shop, and as he's moving this off, he kind of stops a moment and he goes, "So, and then he switches language mid-sentence. Theodore, I'm fairly certain that you speak Draconic. Does anyone else?
Oh, I do.
Zethian does as well.
I do, yes.
Okay. So, as he kind of turns around and comes back over, the two of you understand, and he says, "You seek the road, don't you?" And he's looking at you, Theodore.
Oh. It might be so. Do you have some information? Can I roll whatever I check to see if that's like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is he like, he's not threatening me. He's
Roll
not, like, against me
insight
for
if
setting
you'd
the road.
like.
Insight. Oh, 21.
Okay. What was your question again?
How does he feel about me seeking, looking for the road? Is he like against that, basically? Is he like wants to suggest me and help me with that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of how to answer. I know what you mean. I'm trying to think of how to determine what your insight is giving you on this. I think I'm going to give you what he says, and then I'm going to, with the insight that you've just rolled, give you a bit of context as well. And bearing in mind that he doesn't seem to realize that Zethian speaks Draconic as well. And he is speaking directly to you with this.
Sitting in the corner pretending to not understand.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you very intently and he says, "You do not wish to find the road. Those who find the road must walk the road. And those who walk the road often die upon it. You reach the end of the road, and those who do often wish they had not. But if you do walk the road, find me further down your travels."
Okay.
At which point he just finishes his walk over and switches back to common and says, So, is there anything else that I can help any of you with today? And he says this as if none of this other conversation just happened.
Oh yeah, what's your name, mate? And how can we find you in the future? I'm saying it as if nothing happened, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Pretending.
Thurnos. Thurnos Upton. This is my shop. You can find me here. Unless the shop is closed. In which case, you won't find me.
Okay, so, and with the insight, did I get any more information out from...
Yes, sorry. With the insight, you definitely can read into the fact that he knows a lot more than he's letting on, even though he's letting on that he knows a good bit anyway. With that roll being as high as it was, you almost get the impression that what he's telling you is some kind of a test. Now, whether that means that the test is that he's trying to put you off and see if you continue anyway, or whether there is a hidden meaning that you're supposed to read into the words that will give you some kind of a clue, you can't quite make out the nature of what he's hinting at. But you can definitely work out with that insight roll that the words that he said were said with purpose.
Right.
All I say is that if he sees Penny before me, to wish her a happy Winterfest and Helltide and everything else.
Oh,
Trying
yes,
to
of
remember what
course,
it's
of
called,
course.
so that's what it's going to come across as now. And just generally thank him for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I do say to him that in time I will be back.
Of course, I look forward to your business. And I will say as well, just because of that, I'm going to just give it to you as well with the insight that you rolled. I mean, obviously, a nat 20 like that deserves a bit of something. His voice, and by that I mean his tone, his cadence, all of it was different when he was speaking to you in Draconic. More so than just the change in language, there was a change in the tone of his voice. There was a change in the speed and the pattern of his words.
I'll ask him in Draconic, how do I get started?
He kind of stops for a moment and looks like he's having to kind of think about it, and he goes, get a good night's sleep?
Oh, that sounds like a plan. I'm just joking. And kind of say it as if it's no big deal. Okay. Right, so as I said, I'm not 100% sure what to do with this information. We'll put it to the back of my mind and have a think about it.
Okay.
But I'm happy to continue going on our adventure.
Okay. And for the moment, Richard, you can add the mirrored necklace to your sheet. You'll have to do a bit more investigation to get more than that, but you can add it on there for now.
And before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
because he does look like a bit of a dodgy geezer, I'm gonna ask him in like a more hushed tone if he knows where we could acquire a measure of brimstone off the books.
Brimstone, you say? It certainly can be acquired. It's not cheap. My supplier of old likely... Well, I'm hesitant to send any business that man's way. Roll me a persuasion roll just to see how he's looking you up and down here at the moment.
Oh, Jesus.
He's a cleric. He looks innocent.
My rolls are absolute fucking trash. Jesus.
Oh dear.
2 nat 1s and 3 dice rolls.
And I'm on my third set of dice already on DP.
You're about to get fucking arrested again.
Yeah.
No, you got the impression that he has a name that he could possibly give, but there's a reason he's not giving it. And as he kind of looks you over, he just kind of shuts down and shakes his head.
I get that. I get that from a lot of people.
Can I try and interject and be like, it's not nefarious. We just have some ideas that might benefit society.
Benefit society. It's a big phrase for you.
It's the best I could come up with after a number of Jack Daniels.
You go ahead and give me a persuasion roll as well. The DC does go up, though.
And that failed as well. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
We might actually get arrested because of me. I'm
Sure.
so sorry. I tried to help.
We're in it
He
together.
he actually kind of glances over at you and he goes, "It's not for nefarious reasons." Well then, I bid you good day, sir.
I guess we're just going to bid him a good day because otherwise we're going to end up in prison.
He didn't have any smoke bombs in the shop, did he?
He did have smoke grenades, yes, he did. As well as incendiary grenades, normal grenades, and something that you've not seen before that he has labeled as... actually, what would he have them labeled as? Nightmare grenades.
What the?
Ooh, now what are those?
Are they tied down? And how close are they to the exit?
They are in a...
Damn it.
They are behind a glass door.
Is there a price attached to them?
Which ones?
The smoke grenades and the nightmare grenades.
The smoke grenades are 25 GP each. The nightmare grenades are 150 each. Or 100 each if you buy 6.
I mean, we have enough to buy smoke grenades. And yes, I have them written down in my notes as smoke grenades. If we're about to do something stupid and someone wants to try and rizz this man up to get some... and by rizz this man up, I 100% mean you, big doors.
Sticking out his gift on the wristler.
Because you're most likely
Okay.
to be in danger if we actually go to this place.
Okay, so it falls on me. Sure. I want to start a conversation with him about any relics of Dragonborn that he may or may not have, sort of pretending like I have more money than I actually do, and that I'm very interested in purchasing some Dragonborn relics, just as a distraction, sort of.
He kind of thinks about it for a minute. And then he says, Dragonborn. Yes. I do have something interesting with that, actually. And he reaches under the countertop, and he pulls out a box. And he opens it up. And inside, you see a platinum dragon scale.
Oh, shit.
He says, not exactly dragonborn, but, well, something that I know the dragonborn are quite interested in are the ancestor dragons. Have you ever seen a platinum scale before?
Oh yes, I saw them in the houses of the rich Dragonborn. Remind me, do they have any magical properties? Does this one have any magical properties or anything like that?
Innately magical, of course, yes. Able to be forged into armor, shield, or to have its enchantment drained and imbued into a weapon of many sorts. The platinum scales are some of the rarer and more powerful of the enchanted scales.
Understood.
Are you getting flashbacks, George, to throwing platinum or dragon scales through the side of a ship?
Those were black dragon
know what you mean.
scales.
I never did anything that irrational. I was perfectly rational during that time in that fight. I definitely didn't cost us so much fucking money.
By just launching all the valuable shit out the side of a flying ship.
No. I only launched 2 of the valuable shit. The rest of it I set on fire. It was the bearer bonds I fucked up.
That's true, yeah.
Still,
I'm
it
aware
was
of my mistakes, and they were fucking horrendous.
And
I mean,
hilarious.
we were filthy, stinking rich, but you cost us an opportunity at being unbelievably filthy, stinking rich.
We remained still stinking rich. We had enough money to do whatever we wanted. I just fucked up the rest of it. 10 out of 10 would do it again.
Right,
Sorry.
guys. In this case, I guys wanted me to distract him, and you try to sleight of hand steal it, or do you or not? Because I could just like try to raise him up for a discount and try to buy the smoke grenade.
I mean, I thought it was more the latter.
I have no dexterity to steal things. I 100% thought you might have the chance of getting a discount. We can afford to buy a smoke grenade for 25 gold pieces, but any chance we have of getting a discount is through you. If you want us to try and steal it, it's definitely not going to be me.
Got you. Understood.
Could I try something with my ability to be very stealthy, to do like some juggling?
What fucking ability, man, with the fucking natural 10.
Shut up.
So I'm so sorry.
Do try. It's not going to be funny.
I could do a bit of, like juggling some smoke grenades and try and be impressive, and then like stealthily juggle one into someone's backpack when nobody's looking.
Well, the stealth grenades are currently in a locked case.
Okay, okay.
So I stealthily juggle some cabinets. Damn.
What are you guys up
Right.
to?
So okay. Let's not derail ourselves. I'm simply I have about dragon scales, and I'll right today. For the first, I just want some smoke grenade. I got most of my cash with me. What's the best you can do on the smoke grenade? Try to ask for discount, essentially. Try to risk him up.
Roll me persuasion with advantage, although I'm not going to tell you why.
Okay. Where is it? $23.
Okay. He kind of looks you up and down, and he says, "You need smoke grenades." And he kind of looks over all of you, and he goes, "Adventuring group, aren't you? Trying to do good, help the city, make things better for everyone."
Damn right.
Sure, that's the line we'll go with.
Yeah.
I remember the days.
We just
20
like to
each.
keep an eye on certain things and people of interest.
20 each. Best I can do for you today.
$20 each. Guys, between us, I don't mind buying it. Does anyone want any more than one?
I can put money into the group coffer just because I have it from the people we murdered.
I also have some amount of money.
Yeah, why not? I'm happy to use that. I probably only need one.
Do we go for 2 just to make sure?
Yeah. How much money did you?
Can we ask him if he does
took
buy
out?
one get one free?
Yes, I ask you if he does. If he has.
Or like a multi-buy discount?
Half joking, I'm asking them. How about buy one get one free?
He kind of looks at you and chuckles, and he says, 50 for 3.
Buy 2 get
Oh,
one
that's a deal.
free.
Well, it's buy 2 get 1 half, technically, with the
Yeah, I was
discount he
gonna
was
say
already
that's-
given
that's
you.
a
Buy
good
2
deal.
get one free on the original price.
On the original price, yes, yeah.
How do you feel about it? Because to me, why not?
I mean, it seems reasonable.
It's a pretty good deal.
I think so. Right. Are we using the money we collected from the?
Yeah, we can use our
doing
dead.
good
We
yesterday.
can use our dead people money, and
I
then
have
we can just
34 gold pieces from the dead people, as well as 51 silver and 293 copper. We can do the equations,
There was
but
some
42
platinum
gold pieces in
on
total.
them as well.
Sam has that.
What
I've got
platinum? I
it
never
from the
picked up any
dead people.
platinum.
Sam has it from the
Okay, I
the
get
thing
you.
that also came from the dead person that we don't know about. Sam has a lot of things that I'm not supposed to know about.
So all those other pieces were at what, like 40 gold?
I have 42 gold pieces from stuff that we've stolen and things that I've won from a fight, on top of what you guys have from your generic things that you've won from betting on me. So I'll put forward, 20 gold pieces? I'll put forward 25 gold pieces of my own pocket, and then you guys can do the rest of my own pocket, of the stuff that I stole from a corpse.
That works well, yeah.
Sure. So you're putting 25. Let me put 15 out of mine, just because I'm the one using, and I'm the one dying if we're not using that.
Yeah, and then I'll throw the 10 in.
Yeah.
May as well get a free for
Okay.
50.
Yeah.
Everybody roll
Do
me
we leave like
a...
silver pieces as a tip?
Can do. Everyone roll me a
This is where we find that
perception
they just
roll.
don't work. Fuck.
Oh no.
14.
16?
19?
Hey,
20. Heck yes.
Oh,
Now he's
weird.
good at rolling dice.
I've changed my dice again. I'm already on my 4th set of D&D Beyond dice. I'm
My
running
man.
out of dice.
All right. Talek, as you're watching him, he's quite dexterous as he's kind of moving things and grabbing them with his hands, and he seems to obfuscate it fairly well, but you're convinced only 2 of the grenades that he grabbed were smoke grenades. And one of them is a different kind of grenade that he's handed you.
Sus.
But he gives you the 3 grenades, thanks you, and bids you good day.
I just say to him, "Are we testing a new grenade?"
Not at all.
If you know which one is the sus one, do you want to throw it at him? Don't do that. Or do. It could be funny.
I'll just say I'm pretty certain I only saw 2 smoke grenades and then a curious grenade as well.
Let's just say that I was an adventurer once as well. And once you've gotten through 2 smoke grenades, often you need something with a bit more to it.
I'm sure we're going to need that too. So I just give him a wry chuckle and say, "I'm sure it will come in handy."
If you get me to throw it though with my athletic ability, I'll kind of like throw it so badly it lands at myself.
Can we make sure that one person has 2 smoke grenades and one person has the suspicious grenade? Because it could be a nightmare grenade and we don't know what that means. Or it could just be an impact grenade and one of us fucking kills ourselves.
It could be an incendiary.
It could be literally anything.
It could just
But
be
we
a
don't
lump,
want to
Give it to me.
fucking mix them up.
it could just be a dead lump of lead. So we just need someone really strong to throw it at someone's head.
Look, I'll take the hit. I'll fucking die for a suspicious grenade because it's funny. But we
Me too,
need to
like-
make sure that they are separate. Because I do not
Yeah.
want Vlad throwing down a smoke grenade and then fucking dying.
Well, I feel like Vlad should have hold of the 2 smoke grenades, as he's the one that's going to need those, and we'll have the door knocker grenade.
Honestly, let's split just so that other people can use it. I'll take one, someone else take one.
If you and Zephian, so Theodore and Zephian, have one of the smoke grenades each.
Is it worth me having the smoke grenade considering I generally operate from the back?
I mean, you do
You
generally
fucking roll
operate
a
from the
nat
back,
one on
but
your stealth.
you're so. In our last fight, 1 crossbow bolt took you to quite a panicking state of health.
I mean, I feel slightly healthier now.
That's true.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Casey, how do we add the smoke grenades?
They should be on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, if you go to inventory and then manage inventory,
There's a
And
thing
then-
for add items.
yeah, add items, and if you just type in smoke grenade, it should come up.
Yep. Now
Oh,
the
yes,
other
it's a
grenade
smoke
will
grenade,
not
yeah.
come up.
The other grenade. I feel
The
like
other
we're gonna
one you
give
will have
that
to add manually.
We'll give that to Coles. He likes things that go boom, and he was told that this could get people out of a sticky situation.
Okay, so I have one then.
I can take the other smoke if you don't want it, Zephian, or Zephian can have the smoke grenade.
I mean, I'll take it.
I've got a frag grenade anyway, still from before, so probably ideal I don't have a smoke grenade next to a frag grenade. Given some of my rolls as well today. And then El Jorge will have the mystery nade.
Okay, I'm guessing that's a custom item then.
It is a custom item, yes.
Oh, Jesus. We're all
Any
gonna...
notes or description,
should
or literally
probably,
just that's it?
I mentioned this at the end of the last session, I think, but I had some belts to dish out. Now that I trust my co-conspirators a bit more. I don't think you were there, Vlad, when I mentioned this. I have some wondrous technological belts that allow you to be resistant to certain types of damage.
Okay. What, you have them for the party? Okay.
Yeah, I have spare ones. You can all have one each.
Mm.
Sure.
They are called deflector belts, if you can find them.
Deflector belts.
And I think, guys, it's about time that we will take a short break there. I'm about to have some grandkids invade to say goodnight. So we'll have 10 minutes
Oh.
and pick up from there.
Perfect. I've just added the deflector belt.
Excellent.
Ditto.
And I will remove
Back in a
these
few
from my
minutes.
inventory.
Perfect.
Adventurer Samus Jimenez.
Sponsored by Shara's Emporium of Exotic Goods.
All right, I'm back again. Sorry, I was back, and then I had to go again because I got a phone call.
All good.
Okay. So, you guys make your way out of the shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
As we leave, can I make a comment to our esteemed Dragonborn in Draconic about and ask him what was that all about?
Is this in the shop or after you leave the shop?
After we leave the shop.
Okay.
So you heard it as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It didn't feel like it was him speaking, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not the same voice. He didn't
It's a
think to
projection.
understand what it is. Yeah. Let's not tell the priests at that temple about that. I feel like they will not be particularly happy with me. They will
Are you going to
study
tell
me
the
for
other two
inspiration.
here about this?
Probably should. Hey guys, you heard him speak in Draconic?
I heard someone
Yeah.
yakking up in the back of their throat. I said,
Yeah, I mean, my friend here can understand it.
remember,
So,
plausible deniability.
You don't have to tell
cool.
them, but
Honestly, you will be better off not knowing that at this point. If you trust me enough, just if you hear anything about dead rogues, let me know. If it comes up somewhere in the conversation, someone else, let me know. Other than that, guys, I don't want to get you roped into this one. It is real freaky.
I'm just hearing Green Day in the back of my head. I walk a lonely road.
I'm still gonna ask in Draconic whether there's what else you know, and is there anything I should know that you're not telling me
Well,
about this so-called road?
I saw it sort of in my visions, and all I've heard is save the place of dead roads, or we will meet again where the dead roads meet the foot of the throne of bones if I survive. So ominous signs, but nothing that we've never seen before. Usual day. Sometimes it happens with me. Yeah, I started to shapeshift today as well. Hear some voices. How things are. Let's go beat up the guys.
You really need to stop eating
In that
cheese
kraken.
before you go to bed.
Oh, reminds me. Yes. And I'm walking, eating something like nothing had happened. Yeah.
They're just like stuffing cheese down his gob. Like we really need to have a talk about your cheese addiction.
Is it blue cheese? Is it like Wensleydale? Is Wallace and Gromit about to just fucking jump us from an alleyway?
It's like the most stinking blue cheese you can imagine.
Again, resistant to poison.
We've
So
got some
presumably blue cheese.
we've got some lovely bourbon blue cheese for Christmas Day, so I'm looking forward to that already.
Nice.
Whereas Theodore's pulled out a good old bit of a stinking bishop.
It does
Okay,
taste
so you
better than it sounds.
guys head your way back across town.
I presume.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we're going to Solid Kraken. I probably want to run with the guys again about the plan, and I would probably want to check out some sort of more quieter place around it for later if I want to bring them out to somewhere so that I already know some place where we can jump them. Essentially,
Wasn't there also a plan to check in with Seraphina? Because obviously the docks are northern, as is the Justice Temple. We wanted to check in for more facts about the murders, just in case. We don't have to. I just remember that was mentioned in passing.
not a bad idea, and we'll probably have time, so I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah, we can head in, see if they've got any more information.
I don't think we have anything to give away other than they mentioned about just having blood drained. The only thing we noticed was it was all liquid rather than just blood.
Yeah.
They were completely dried out like a husk.
We just need her not to ask Theodore any questions.
Which is why I mentioned about plausible deniability. Me and you can go in, because I know nothing. I'm just stupid. You might know something, but could possibly roll better for a charisma save. I don't know what you do or don't know. Whereas Big Doors is full of lies. But my character
And I
doesn't
know,
about that.
way too much.
I mean, theoretically, we could just go and stay behind and keep quiet.
I mean, we could vibe check it, but
Yeah, I don't think.
You can just leave me and Theodore outside, and we can just vibe and have a chat. And
yeah.
As you
shoot
are
the shit.
as you are approaching the halls of justice, you all notice that there seems to be a crowd gathering. And you notice that there are a number of basically big screen TVs in the initial entryway that normally show news broadcasts and things of that nature. And the crowds are gathering around the screens listening to whatever's on the broadcast at the moment.
Okay, do we have a moment to listen to whatever's going on?
Yep. And although I have had to alter the date, because as I said before, we did have a bit of a timeline adjustment, I'm going to go ahead and link into the WhatsApp chat the broadcast.
Ooh.
So, I'll let everybody watch that now.
Breaking news. In a shocking turn of events, Victor and Eliza Darrow, renowned figures in Titan's industrial and mercantile elite, have been reported missing. The influential couple, known for their successful trade empire and high-profile connections within the Golden Concord, were last seen 2 nights ago, according to sources close to the family. The City Guard has launched a full investigation into their disappearance, though at this time, they have yet to release any official theories or suspects. Captain Thornshield, head of the City Guard, assured the public in a brief statement, "We are dedicating all necessary resources to locating Victor and Eliza Darrow. We urge anyone with information to come forward immediately." The Darrow estate remains under tight security, with guard patrols increased in the district. Rumors have already begun circulating, with speculation ranging from foul play to a possible abduction tied to the Darrow family's vast wealth and influence. For now, the mystery deepens, and Titan's citizens are left waiting for answers. Stay tuned for further updates as this story develops.
What an interesting revelation.
I look around in the party. Do they realize that that's my last name? I presume most of the time I was introduced to them as Yadic, but do they actually know that that's my parents?
No.
Well, you've already said it once.
So basically,
Or did you
You said it in
say
the
it
Hall
or
of Justice in passing.
did-
just
you
to
did
the
say it,
person,
yeah.
Admin, but not to us.
Yes. So the likelihood is no,
Yes.
they don't know.
Okay, but with So as a character, I'm looking around to understand if they recognize or not Sam is next to us. And I have, as a person, accidentally, as a player, heard the introduction to Sam. So that's why I was asking.
I have no idea what
Because
you're
with
on
the others,
about.
I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so assuming that I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm probably keeping it a secret at this point. I don't want to have anything to do with them. I don't want my friends to have anything to do with them. To me, it's like, well, thank God was coming for them.
Okay.
I feel like it's a video game. There is a quest, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that for the time being.
You head on past the screens and inside. Who's going up to the desk?
Yeah.
So I'll go up to the desk, ask to speak to Severina. Just in relation to the other situations that we're abreast of.
So Theodore and Dethian are still outside, right? Is that what we decided to do?
Yeah, I think it's just me and Tay-Tay,
Yeah.
which is
Cool.
interesting.
Luckily, we are like legendary on the rolls, so.
The person at the desk kind of looks confused at you and says, Lady Seraphina's unavailable today. It's a public holiday.
And I thought crime never slept.
Although she is available for emergency call out, I'm sure if it's needed. Is this such an emergency?
No, it's not an emergency. We'll come back after the holidays.
Certainly. Shall I leave word that you were seeking her?
Yes.
And who shall I say was seeking her?
Talek Ashenclad and Saladin Coles.
He makes a note of the names. You head back out?
We just say to Big Doors and Zephian that she wasn't about, so we're going to be coming back after the holidays. She's spending time with family. So we'll head to the Saltine Crackers.
Okay. You make your way down to the docks. Okay.
And now we have to plan about what we want to do if Big Doors wants to throw off the smoke grenade.
He wants to throw off the smoke grenade.
Where's a safe place that we all know that is nearby?
Yeah, did we pass any like alleyways as we were heading down?
Where is the dock? Is it the Mystic Quarter side or is it the Broken Barrel Tavern side? Is it east or west? Or is it like central by the Celestial Atrium?
Where
And
you're
yes, I do
looking.
have the map up.
Yeah, I'm just bringing the map
Where
up.
the dock is, where we'll go for the Salt and Kraken.
Bear with me 1 second.
Because we're from the east side, then the keg is the best place to get to. If we're on the west side, then either the Midnight Market or just getting back central to nothing.
Where?
Because
I
at
have
the
lost.
nothing, everyone's still worshipping for Christmas and shit.
I
I have
think
lost the city map.
ultimately,
Oh, there it is.
I think ultimately, if like shit truly hits the fan and we get separated, we head to the keg. That's the most sensible place for any of us to go if we get separated. If he has to
Depends on
throw
the
us,
distance. Because if we're very far from the keg, do we want an interim place to meet up, wait there for 5, or are we just going straight back to the keg?
I think straight to the keg.
Because last time you kind of needed me to turn back. And I don't want to leave friends behind.
No, I think straight to the keg, but only if we're all like split up. Otherwise, everyone other than Coles has a gun. I was going to
I
say,
also have a gun.
We could just shoot up in the air.
I don't have a laser gun, I have a shotgun.
Yours just makes big boom, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I've added a new circle on the west side of the map where the Salted Kraken is.
Oh, so we're western.
It's not far from the
Interesting.
Broken Barrel. Vlad, are you muted, or is it just me?
I think, yeah, Vlad is muted.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Wanted to ask if we find any places next to it, where we can jump the guys somewhere like more quiet, basically. Smaller alleyway.
The area around the Salted Kraken is a maze of alleyways. It's a fairly rough part of town with alleyways leading on to smaller alleyways with various market stalls and or shop fronts extending out into the alleyways. It is very much a rough and tumble area from the looks of things. Yeah.
So the beach is the safest place other than heading back anywhere else.
No beaches here. Where the Salted Kraken
dock.
is... Yeah. And where the Salted Kraken is, you have the dock area leading onto a sea wall. The actual beach area is further towards where the Celestial Atrium area is. At this point, the city actually ends in a sea wall.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like Canvey.
That's
That's my misinterpretation of the map. That's my bad.
Let's regroup at the Broken Barrel then, if shit hits the fan.
So we're going to the barrel.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Which one? The one that is slightly inside of the wall, or the one that's in a circle?
Oh,
I don't know if that's just because I'm looking at the map and it's got 2 different entries of the Broken Barrel.
no, that's actually was me creating a new tag.
Yeah.
Basically, that's me being a moron and just reading into it too much.
You guys see a map?
I went into the campfire.
Oh, okay.
Campfire has a
Something.
city map that has all of these locations on it.
presumed. I was just making sure.
Yeah. No, I had
Come on, man,
copied
you
the
gotta pay
tag
attention.
for the Broken Barrel to create one for the Salted Kraken. That's why there were 2 tags for it there, George.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Broken Barrel was going to be a best bet. Than
Okay.
dashing across the whole entire city to the keg.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the keg is quite a ways from where you are at the moment.
Yeah. But as for if we have to throw down with them, is there any like alleyways between the barrel and the Kraken that would be ideal for that?
There are
Honestly,
quite a
nothing
few
is the best
alleyways.
bet.
The problem that you run into here is the alleyways are not empty.
If we wanted a safe place to meet for all of us where it's going to be a crowd, it's the nothing. It's a case of getting there. Otherwise, the Hall of Governance is closer. But again, then you're running to the police, and there's probably alleyways populated with people that are not fans of anyone running to the police.
No, I think the barrel is the best bet. We were just thinking of alleyways for giving Snitchy and Davy a good kicking.
Oh, are there any closer butchers? I know that there's the butchers down south, but that's way too far away now. But if we jam them in dumpsters and put them into the port, we're closer to that. Are any of us knowledgeable about what's close around there?
It's not a part of town that any of you have spent a great deal of time in.
There's no particularly nice trees that Saladin would have taken a liking to.
Okay, to be honest,
I think we have to fight them. We just fight them outside the bar.
But we have to be prepared to run if that's our plan.
Yeah.
This is their turf.
I could tell them that I hid it somewhere and go on a quest with them sort of somewhere further away. I don't think that would be like, if I tell them that I have the black hide with me, they will probably want it. Because even if they believe that I am the guy we killed, even in this case, well, they are not going to just give me the sword. And I think we do want the sword and some information. Information they might give to me. A sword, probably not.
No.
So the idea is...
We also don't want you going off too far on your own in case like their suspicions get aroused and they just decide to...
Yeah, it's probably good for you guys to be around me in the bar if something kicks off, and then obviously if we go somewhere, that and then you should be there.
We got a very stealthy ranger with us, so that can track you.
Supposedly. Very allegedly stealthy, I'd like to add.
I mean, law of averages, you have to like pass one of them soon, so we need to work on that one.
Well, considering the modifiers I have, you'd like to think, right?
But no, so I think the barrel has to be our first port if we have to do a runner, because that's the closest place. And then outside of that, we need to work our way to the nothing, because that's going to be crowded enough, and we know to look out for each other there.
Before you head in, everyone roll me a perception roll. Now, everyone's going to be at disadvantage on this except for Zethian. You make me a straight roll.
Oh, shit. No, I really need a disadvantage for the way I've been rolling.
Thanks.
You rolled a 1 and a 3. Well done, George.
No, I actually fucking hate that. I rolled a 26.
Yeah.
Did George say anything, or is he just not saying anything for me?
I didn't hear anything.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute on my actual microphone. I had family screaming outside, and I thought they were in pain. They weren't. They're just drunk.
Some
Sounds
could argue
good.
that's one and the same thing.
Fair.
Okay. So, Zethian, just for a moment, you swear that you heard growling from behind you.
Can I turn to where I think it came from and see if I can see anything?
Yeah, certainly. Spin around where you think it came from. Give me another perception check. You spin around to look at where you think it came from, and once again you hear it behind you. Just a very low growl.
I can just picture Zethian
Turning in circles.
Turn again.
Huh?
Do an athletics. I want to see if you're doing like a ballerina pirouette.
Or whether it's like a really clumsy, like two-step. Just for fun.
You do another.
No, I'm being very delicate today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was to say, how many times are you going to turn and check?
All of them. Every time he hears it behind him, he just spins until he fucking passes out.
I mean, the better question is, how many times are you going to turn before we notice him turning on the spot?
Is it out of character for him?
I think I know where this growling is coming from.
Surprise, it's
Interesting.
in your ass.
It's not far away.
Yeah, but for comedic reasons.
Can I take the cloak out of my backpack and put it on?
Okay. So you guys see Zethian stop as you're heading through the town. And he kind of stops.
Can I caveat this? I would like to put it on somewhere not that's in broad daylight.
Okay. So you all basically see Zethian stop, listen for something, spin around, listen again, spin around again, and then he kind of stops, walks off towards kind of the side of the thoroughfare, kind of off the main road, and then reaches into his backpack to pull the cloak out. Definitely not sus at all for any of the rest of you to see this. And actually, I'm not even going to have you roll for this one. Actually, no. Roll me a dexterity save.
Me?
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh, wow.
Why is my dice not rolling?
There's lots of rapid
Oh,
typing
there it
going on
goes.
here. Just George writing notes on very sus.
Honestly, sus is in 90% of my notes.
Sam, Zethian takes 5 piercing damage as you reach into your backpack and feel teeth bite at your hand.
He's back. He's a mimic.
I feel like I now have the, the book in Harry Potter that you just eat you whenever you open it.
Yeah. You didn't boop his
You have
nose
to brush
before.
it fine. Come on.
Yeah. Gonna boop its snoot and brush its spine.
Boop the snoot.
Now what I can do is picture like looking over in Zephian's direction and seeing him like fight and wrestle with this cloak. And
What?
apparently
Taking
the
out
cloak
the
is-
bag. I'm
He's currently
wrestling
reached his hand
bag.
into
the
his
cloak is
backpack
winning.
and then yelped in pain.
Oh fuck! And then pulled my arm out, and it's like a hole in it, and it's bleeding.
Yeah, and the
Can I
bag
just
is
punch
winning the
his
fight.
bag?
Punch the bag.
No one hurts my friends.
Do you go and punch his backpack?
Yes. You've asked. That implies it's not something I should do, but I'm going to do it.
You big
Roll,
dumb
roll,
dumb.
roll me an attack on Zethian's
Unarmed.
backpack. Well, unless you're pulling your hammer out.
19, 17.
A 17 definitely hits.
And that's 4 damage flat.
Okay. Okay. At which point, George, roll me a dexterity save.
Oh, jeez.
10.
Okay. Zethian, I don't know what else you had in your backpack other than the cloak. But as George comes over and punches your backpack, all of you hear the low, bassy growl again. Then you hear a sharp intake of breath as the backpack erupts in flame, and George, you take 10 points of fire damage. And Zethian, the contents of your backpack are now on fire.
God fucking damn it, dude. This may or may not be a problem.
It feels like it may be a problem. Feels like it may. Feels like, but maybe.
At which point,
I have a water skin I can throw in your backpack.
Keep mixing it.
At which point, those of you who are closest, so I'm assuming Zethian and Saladin, I don't know if the other two of you have moved over here yet, but you actually hear that deep, growling, bassy voice says, "Not master." Oh God, Sam. Roll me a d20.
Why are you hiding that you?
You know, okay.
Roll me a d20 before we go any further. On a 1 or a 2, this is going to be bad.
Please, Nat fail.
Okay.
I kind of wanted that to fail just because
So-
like a 1 or a 2 is going to be bad.
So, as the backpack catches fire and things start dropping out of it, you do all notice that the frag grenade drops through a hole in the bottom and rolls away without detonating. Roll me another d20, Sam. And then another one after that.
How quickly can I throw that grenade
Oh,
as close to the ocean as possible?
Okay. So the smoke grenade also rolls away without detonating. But the flask of oil bursts in the bag. Creating a fireball. The two of you that are closest, roll me dexterity saves.
I'm guessing that's me.
Just me. Man, Theodore's here looking at the absolute carnage that's happening over there. Like, fuck that.
Your friends are getting beaten up by a backpack.
Yeah.
It's on fire.
Both of you take an additional 10 fire damage from the fireball of the oil catching the backpack and everything around it on fire.
How are you two looking right now, by the way?
Not fantastic.
I think they've taken more damage from this backpack than they did from the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the torch, Sam, is lit now.
On fire.
Yeah, the torch is definitely lit. Tinderboxes, surprisingly, although they will make sparks, are not that flammable, so it's on the ground. It's fine.
I'm gonna throw out a healing word to both of them.
Can I throw my water skin yet, or
So,
I'm more
Yeah, you
happy
certainly
to just
can. Yeah,
keep watching this go
dump
from-
your water
I'm guessing
skin on it.
anything
Yeah.
that was perishable in my backpack is now destroyed.
yeah,
Yes.
So I'm gonna throw a first healing word to Coles because he's my boy.
Do the energy cells respond to fire?
No, actually, they're fine.
Right, Coles, you got 6 health back.
Top G.
And then I'm gonna throw out a healing word to. My rolls were awful for that, but it was just 4 d4s, I guess. And then 5 health back to Zephian.
Thanks. Can I try and save the cloak from the backpack before it completely burns?
Well, about the time now that Saladin throws his water skin on the bag, and the backpack that was on fire basically kind of at this point kind of disintegrates away, you see the cloak now laying on the ground where it dropped, completely untouched by fire, with the eyes open, looking up at you, and growling softly.
Hey, doggy, doggy. Hey, doggy, doggy.
Oh,
Who's the
God.
good boy? Who's the good boy?
The good boy.
Not master.
Can I feed
And
it
all of
some
you are
jerky
hearing
from
this
my
this
backpack and try
thing
to just,
growling
like, who's
in
a good
common.
boy?
I would also like to punch Saladin in the face.
Who is Master?
Come on, Sam, punch me in the face. Roll for it.
Oh, I'm punching you in the face.
Oh no.
My armor class is 14. It's valid. You hit me.
That's 1 bludgeoning damage.
It's valid.
He's now raging.
No, I maintain. I want to go for who's a good boy for the cloak on the floor and feed it some jerky.
As you do that, I ask the cloak whether Cloak's master is Allura. I think that was the name. Allura the Black Scale. See if it responds.
Black
That's the
Scale
smart thing
Master,
to do.
yes. Where Master?
Say that we're
Deaded.
tracking her killers.
Master has been unalived.
Yeah, we found you on your master, and your master was dead. And we're looking for people who killed your master. We managed to murder some of them, but not all.
Lies. Master not die.
Well,
This guy
she looks very cold, dead, and expired.
Yeah, she looked very dead.
So,
I could show the necklace.
Not a bad idea.
The necklace that I took off of her. And say we are finding her killers.
So, well, we can't show you the body, but we can show you proof that she was obviously because she'd be wearing said necklace.
Yeah.
he looks wary whenever you show that. What are you guys doing while you're showing the necklace?
Is someone trying to
Continually
feed Dirty
punching
Good?
Saladin in the face.
Okay, well you've done that.
Jane trying to scratch the dog behind the ear. Well, the cloak
You're going to
behind
try
the
to
ear.
approach. Give me an animal handling check.
I'm going to be
Terrible
muttering under my breath about how you owe me a new backpack and some replacement items.
All that time I spent around animals and I rolled a 5. I deserve this.
Our dice rolling is so good today.
Oh, yeah.
Well, technically, you rolled a 2.
I mean, he only rolled an 11 to attack you, so his bite misses you as he snaps as you approach him.
Looking at that, I try to pet the cloak as well. Just for the fun of it.
Would anybody like to pick up this frag
I
and
may.
smoke grenade that's on the floor and kind of save them for later, considering we just paid for some of this?
No, but we're petting
Not
the
a bad-
cloak.
Before
Yeah.
we leave our wares in the gutter.
We're petting the cloak. We're doing the smart thing.
Technically, your
Vlad, roll me an animal handling now. Well, so you can make your attempt.
Yes, baby!
Yes.
Lizards!
He just Steve Irwin jumps on the back of it.
You manage to kind of be very ginger in your approach and slow, and you manage to approach and basically pet the cloak without it attacking you. And he kind of looks at you and goes, "Still not master." Feels
Can I show the
nice,
cloak
though.
my insignia
You
in
can.
an attempt to try and gain its trust? And basically reiterate I'm more friend than foe.
Woodwalker, like master.
Hey, buddy, we don't know much about your master. We found her dead. Do you know what she was planning to do? And if she had any enemies recently? We are genuinely trying to help.
Roll me persuasion.
Dan.
He says, "Master hunt Metal City man."
Metal City Man. Did Metal City Man have a name?
Probably.
A name that you know?
No. Okay, Saladin, you're throwing jerky at him.
Not at him, to him. So that
Okay.
the dog cloak has something to snack on, other than us.
He
In my
you-
experience, animals like food.
you toss him a couple of these and he doesn't take them. And after a couple of times of you trying it, he finally kind of looks down at the jerky and he says, "Want coal?"
Coal is in like my flesh, or coal is in just like, the fuel.
You get the impression that he's probably talking about the black stuff.
I have gunpowder.
Can I ask to pick him up and take him out of the gutter where he's currently laying? Without being bitten.
If you want someone to be bitten, put it on me.
Brimstone not bite.
Brimstone.
In that case, I would like to pick him up and put him over my shoulder.
Okay. And he allows you to do so.
Well, hey.
It is a very odd sensation now that you're wearing this cloak, because you can feel, as the head is draped across your shoulder, you can feel his hot breath on your neck. And having a piece of clothing breathing on you is a little unsettling.
Do we cover it in gunpowder and set it on fire?
Fuck's
It wants
sake.
coal and brimstone.
No, I think
They said its
Brimstone.
name's Brimstone. It said Brimstone don't bite.
Yeah, but it said it wants coal, so it clearly likes flammable ingredients.
Does anyone have gunpowder to offer to him?
I have
I don't think-
gunpowder.
Yeah, but that's not coal.
It's adjacent.
I mean, if the tinder
Not
box-
really.
I mean, there might
Why
be
would you
some
feel
just like
one's an
burnt
explosive?
scraps that are coal, like from the remains of Zephian's bag and belongings.
Oh, that's smart. That's
You
thinking.
just feed him like the remains of that
The remains
torch
of an oil container.
and the torch and anything else that's in the bag.
Do you do so?
Yeah, I sort of like offer the burnt end of the torch, the burnt remains of the torch to
And
Zephyr
he
shoulder.
starts chewing on it. Which, again, is a bit awkward because now you have a wolf head breathing on your shoulder, gnawing on a piece of wood that is occasionally moving around in his mouth, which means that you have a piece of wood kind of popping around very close to the side of your face, like this.
It's only mildly distracting.
Is the pelt drooling a ton as well all over Zephian?
Some, I wouldn't say a ton. But yes, he is
Some.
chewing, so yes, he is drooling somewhat.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. Just for some forward planning next time, Saladin, can you not punch my backpacks?
Look, you were in pain. I punched the thing that brought you pain.
Yes. And ruined an imperfectly good backpack and spilled the contents all over the street.
And punch
Look,
Brimstone.
no one hurts my friends except for me.
He's a natural protector.
I'm terribly sorry, Brimstone, but I was not aware that you were there. My friend was in danger. I punched the source of the danger. I am not a smart man.
More concerned, though, I am now with us going into this place and the potential of having to throw down is the physical state of two of our merry band of people.
I blame George.
Valid. I mean, do they also have the red potion, same as Davroth does? Their suspicious beer.
You don't know.
I'm still at more hit points than I started for every single fight we've ever had before, if that helps you.
I'm not.
I mean, nothing stops us from having like. How does that work? Do we replenish some health on a short rest? I don't think I've
That's a
checked
good
that.
question. How long is a short rest in this universe?
30 minutes to an hour.
You only replenish health on long or full health on long rests, isn't it? Short rests is
You
less.
can roll a hit die.
So spell points are the one that will fuck you up, and we haven't used any spell points.
I mean, I've
Just
used
used hit
two.
points.
I've used 2 spell slots.
How many do you have in total?
3.
That's supremely unfortunate.
I mean, all that means is that I can't really heal you guys because a lot of my damaging is done via cantrips. When I say a lot of my damage in Sacred Flame is via cantrip, it means I've got 1 heal or 1 guiding bolt in me.
I mean, we can.
Technically, I've got 2 heals. Technically, I've got 3 heals in me, and potentially 3 damaging spells because I got my Channel Divinity.
We could always come back tomorrow.
I think we need to learn more about this cloak, and we also need to acquire some coal to keep it fed, so it doesn't try and feed on you.
While we also spend some time teaching good old Saladin not to just randomly punch people's property.
And we also need to get you a new backpack.
Yes.
I mean, lucky for you, I do have a second backpack that will be back in my room. But the contents, I don't have, like, the equivalent of contents you'd have had.
I mean, my contents still exist. They're just all over the floor.
But if you can round up your contents, I've got another backpack in my room that I can give to you.
I also have plenty of room in my backpack to move things for you.
Could I like awkwardly scoop them up in the bottom of the cloak and try and like carry it back home?
You
I mean,
can certainly,
you can, but I
yeah.
don't want it just for fun.
While glaring horribly at Jorge.
He was just protecting you as you were getting your ass beat by a bag.
Sure.
I'm sorry, you lost a fight to a fucking inanimate object.
I didn't
tried
lose
to help
the
you.
fight.
I'm sorry, did you or did you not take damage from a fucking inanimate object?
You didn't lose the
It's
fight.
clearly
You was
not
losing the
inanimate.
fight.
But I'm about to say, as you're saying this, Brimstone growls and goes, "Not inanimate."
Idiot.
And he didn't lose the fight; he was losing the fight.
I mean, if we're now walking away again, can I like on the walk back a couple of times like surreptitiously trip Saladin over when he's not paying enough attention?
Can certainly try, yeah.
Which Saladin is quite acrobatic. You dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Say some dexterity saves may need to be made.
Roll me contested acrobatics or dexterity.
Watch Sam trip himself up.
Are we talking saves or are we talking just skills?
No, acrobatics skill.
Skill.
Oh, not as just a straight dex roll.
No, make it acrobatics.
Contested acrobatics. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I do have
Sam's
advantage
best roll
on
of the
them, so I'm really
campaign.
hoping.
And it's to trip a party member.
yeah.
Into the cobbles.
And I still don't save it.
And he succeeds in tripping you over, George. To which Brimstone has a great chuckle.
Say, look, this is a bonding moment. We're having fun.
Punchman fall down.
And there's
So,
only
like,
one reaction I can think
can I
of.
give Brimstone the old pat on the head while he chuckles?
Certainly can.
He's gone for the low blow.
No, I've gone immediately for punching him. That's the only reaction I have.
For Brimstone or me?
For you,
Oh Jesus, he's gonna kill Zephyr.
it's a flat 4. It's a flat 4. It's not going to kill you.
Ouch.
Look, I could be worse. I could have gone for a lot more.
So Saladin, you punch
How do you even know
Zethian.
it was me that tripped you up?
Who the fuck else is it?
Your cloak is giggling. Probably
That's true. The cloak is giggling at it. Yeah. But Saladin, you punch Zethian, and Zethian, you immediately hear Brimstone stop chuckling, and go and ask you, "Want Brimstone burn?"
I would love to say yes to this. I think the correct
Do it.
answer is no.
Do it. 100% do it.
He's probably just gonna. It probably just means he'd launch fire at you.
Yes.
Brimstone like burn punch man.
You like burn punch? I kind of want to say yes for fun.
What do you say? He's waiting.
I suppose to be fair, I'm pretty pissed off with him at this point for just outright punching me in the face again. So
I didn't say I
will.
punched you in the face, but
Huh?
I didn't punch you in the face. I just punched you.
Wait.
Center of mass.
It's still pretty annoying. I'm feeling like an anarchist today, so I'm just going to say yes.
Okay. George, dexterity save.
Fuck's sake, I actually have advantage on dex saves unless I'm incapacitated. Where the fuck does that come from? It's not gonna matter. Because they're both fucking... That's not terrible. That fucking turned the last minute.
Okay. So, as you say yes to this, Zethian, you feel the odd sensation of your cloak taking a breath in, and then breathing a cone of fire. Saladin, you're going to take half damage. So you take 7 fire damage.
Fair.
From Brimstone's fire breath.
Well, Theodore, looks like those two are getting along perfectly fine.
And there are a number of people now very curious as to what this display of open flame on the city streets is.
What are the pair of your healths looking like, by the way? Because I didn't heal you both for much at all.
I really, really want to hit him again.
You know that's not going to end well for you.
My fear is it's not going to end well for the pair of you.
Oh, did he take any damage from falling flat on his face, by the way?
No.
Ah.
With just a trip, he was able to catch himself.
Oh, it's not like a 1 bludgeoning damage when his face hits the cobbles.
I have been misdoing Brimstone's breath weapon, though. That's my bad. He's not been giving it his all. Oh well.
Does he chuckle as
Oh yeah, he definitely
Saladin's
chuckles. Yeah.
Oh, I'll give him some good boy pats.
Which he enjoys.
George is tossing up options here. I've had my finger over the hit you with a maul button for so long.
Bearing in mind, like I said, you already have people staring at you as this is occurring on a busy city street, while people are out doing their Helwinters shopping.
I am known for finishing it.
Of course you started it. You punched the bloody wolf thing.
No, I fucking tried to help you, and then you punched me in the face. So fuck you, I'm going to try and hit you with the ball. I'm going to hit with a 20 fucking 3. And I'm going to deal fucking 15 damage, and I'm going to topple you with Hill's Tumble.
Nice.
I mean, I'm already on the floor dead.
Because fuck you.
Wait, does that actually put you down?
Yeah, that
I'm
would have put him
dead.
down. Well, okay, you've both had your fun now. I'm going to spare the dying on Zephian to bring him back to stable at least.
I have a
brimstone reactor.
No, wait, save your
absolutely
is that
floored onto the
cantrip or
ground.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna roll Brimstone's next attack then as you go down because he would.
Oh.
Oh wait, first I have to roll to see if he gets his breath back. Ooh, he does not.
I have a
Okay,
healer's kit in my inventory that I would use to pick Sam up.
Which means
Yeah,
all he can do...
I just do a spare the dying on Zephian to bring him back to stable. And then say to them both, okay, you've had your fun. Now let's just get back to the keg. Figure out what's actually happening with these murders. Find Brimstone's murderers, because it's neither of you two. Have some drinks. And then forget about whatever the fuck you two are doing. Or just kiss something.
I'm trying to explain something similar to the cloak at this point.
So, those of you who are not currently fighting each other in town or healing. So actually, I know it's all three of you are distracted except for Theodore. Theodore, roll me perception.
8.
Okay. So, as you are kneeling down to heal, Talek, you notice that as you're kneeling down, there is suddenly a shadow behind you. And about this time, Theodore, you realize that when you turned to look one direction, you turned back, and there is now an 8-foot-tall, power-armored paladin standing behind Talek.
Oh, fucking hell.
Is there a problem here?
No problem. Just two people that were having a disagreement about something or other with drinks. You know how it goes when they have a bit too much to drink and then they decide that they are no longer friends, so you have to sort of rein them in. I'm just taking them back home
flames
now.
and weapons on the city streets, today of all days.
I know. I'm taking them back to their rooms so they can adjust themselves and then they can go and plead penance.
Do so quickly.
I will
He
endeavour to do so.
he kind of shakes his head, and you notice that he turns and walks away, but he gets maybe 100 feet away and then turns back and watches.
I sort of just scoop them up off the ground and then just sort of like mildly carrying them whilst directing them in the way that we'll be going towards the nothing and the keg.
I mean, I'm more than happy to pick up Zephian after knocking him for 6. I don't want him to be dead, but
You
fucked
go
around and found
to
out.
you go
I'll
towards
carry him home.
Zethian, and Brimstone starts growling at you.
Yeah,
I mean,
try
bruv,
to
do
take...
you want the geezer that you're fucking holding on to live or not? I'm here to help. He fucked around and found out. Do you want him to live or not?
You hit him.
Fuck around and find out. Start it, finish it, live. He's still my friend. Do you want him to live or not?
Watching you.
We're still going to make sure he lives.
And that's all he says. He just says watching you and then goes silent.
I'll still pick up Zephian's corpse. Well, not his corpse, but his
No, I'm
injured body.
stable at this point, thanks. I'm not that dead.
It's the wrong word.
He's
Look, I helped
stable.
Kragith. I'm going to help you.
He's just
I'm
feeling...
very weak.
His unconscious
He's feeling-
body.
Yeah, he's feeling the after effects of that.
I'm going
Great
to
big
cradle
maw.
you, keep you alive.
It's
Uh,
funny
just-
because you probably weren't that far off of like just making me insta dead.
Honestly, if
Insta-perma-dead.
I'd have hit you with the maul instead of just an unarmed strike first time, I would have killed you. Because that was
Yes,
a
but the
crit hit
second
on the
time-
unarmed strike.
The second time I was almost super dead.
But yeah, we're going to make our way back to the keg now. We're definitely not going to continue investigating this thing in the state we're in, especially now there's a paladin looking at us too. The last thing we need is the paladins on our back. They can be a sassy bunch.
I would like to say, if anything goes wrong on the walk home, I'm putting myself above Zephyr. I'm not letting him die. I will die before he does. Just because I've put him down on 1 hit point, I still prefer him to stay alive.
Well, I mean, I had
will
less
take
than
the
1 hit point at one point.
I know. And again, as I protected Kragith, I will protect you. Just because it's my fault doesn't mean I regret it, but I will still protect you.
But yeah, we're going to go back and speak to Davroth, and I'll let Davroth smack their heads together to make them get along with each other.
You
I'll allow
walk
them to have
into the
some
keg.
Davroth diplomacy.
You walk into the keg. Davroth immediately looks up and goes, "What the hell kind of a morning have you lot had?"
And I just say to Davroth, don't ask, just fix them and then give them a bit of your diplomacy, please.
I hold no ill will towards Zephyr. He fucked around, he found out.
One day there will be a red dot sight on your head.
You say that, and Brimstone growls, "Brimstone ill will."
Bruv,
You have not met a
You're good
friend
doggo.
there.
I'm just going to go and buy a bucket of coal for Holes to feed Brimstone in the hope that he can warm him up by feeding him.
It's not my problem. I love Doggo. I love Zephian. They fucked around. They found out.
Yeah, I plonk them down, and then I
You
go
loved
up
us
to the
so
bar.
much you decked us onto the floor.
I go up to the bar and I fill Davroth in with with everything that happened.
Sam,
And
if
I
you
ask him
remember,
out of
you started
curiosity
this fight.
if he has a bucket of coal that I can buy off of him, and then if he can spare some of his wonder beer for the pair of them.
Yeah, the red root beers are a gold each. They have the effect of a basic healing potion. So considering a healing potion is 50 gold, they're a pretty good deal. Only difference is that the beers do
Or
not.
we could just take the long rest and save the gold.
That's an option as well.
Unless we get stabbed in the night. I mean, Sam, you need it. Can I just hold him like a baby and just like feed?
Feed the beer to him.
He's cast out. I'm holding him in my arms.
Yeah, I buy them both. I buy them both a red root beer.
Guys, I'll have a minute break.
Okay.
Just need to get along.
Yeah. So I buy them both a red root beer, and then I ask him if he's got a bucket of coal that I can buy, because for some reason the cloak likes to eat cold.
He looks at you very confused whenever you say the cloak likes to eat coal.
And I just say to him, I'm as aware of it as you, but for some reason coal is the cloak's food.
I mean, he has some coal and he brings it out. He says, "I've got to see this."
Yeah. So then I then go over with the bucket and I offer one in an open palm to the cloak, just like a block of coal. I offer it to the cloak.
Yeah.
So
And he takes it and starts chewing on it, making very happy chewing noises.
Coles. Yeah, just give the rest of the bucket to Coles and say, "See if you can make a friend."
Okay.
I mean, I'll try to make a friend.
Now I'm going to sit down and I'm going to look over this amulet necklace that I
I was going to say, what's the effect of a standard healing potion? Is it a 1d...
1d4 plus 1.
Yeah. It should be enough that you can get to the long rest will top you off, obviously, but at least then if you get stabbed in the night. I mean, you should be fairly okay anyway, though, aren't you?
I really
Coles?
didn't need it, but you paid for it, so I was taking it.
Yeah.
But no, I'll happily try and make friends with the cloak.
Yeah, and I'm just going to look over this amulet whilst they're bonding.
All right. Give me an
Look,
animal
I'll try
handling
to
with
rationalise
disadvantage.
with the cloak.
What are you saying to
straight
him?
Disadvantage.
Yeah, animal handling with disadvantage.
disadvantage after all my time on a farm working with animals.
You
Valid.
literally knocked his wearer unconscious on the day you met him. That's his first impression of
Well,
you.
he deserved it. It's a 13.
Okay.
That's a sleight of hand check.
About to say,
That is. Why the fuck has that come through as sleight as hand?
That's like on the
What are
opposite.
you-
That's
What
actually
you-
worse.
What are you trying to
One's
do
a wisdom
here?
and one's a dex. They're not even next to each other.
Opposite ends of the list.
Again,
That's
my
very fucking weird.
equal confusion. Because my animal handling is a +3.
Technically, you just rolled a 15.
He also rolled a dex one instead of a wisdom one as well for some.
If it makes you feel better, I did press on the correct button.
That's,
I will
that's
take the lower roll.
Pebcac. No, if your wisdom's plus, it's a 15.
My
Okay.
wisdom is terrible. I just have a +3 to animal handling. So
Yeah.
we will take the lowest thing possible because I don't fucking know.
After this adventure, you should have a -3 to animal handling.
Yeah, so it'd be,
Honestly,
15,
yes.
it'd be
You-
15 with
Yeah,
the
you
animal
get the
handling.
impression that it's going to take a bit of time, but he is starting to come around. If you keep feeding him coal and not hitting the person who's wearing him, you'll probably be okay.
And then, yeah, I'm going to just continue to look over this mirrored
Yeah.
amulet
Do you have
necklace thing
anything
I've
to
got.
look over it with, or are you just kind of what are you doing with it?
Currently, I'm just sort of passing it over in my hand, looking for anything that like may have like a little switch on there that can open it up, or anything like that, or looking if there's any like manufacturing lines or seams on anything.
Roll me an either Arcana or History roll.
Okay. Both pretty fucking trash, so we'll go with Arcana, I guess. 12.
Okay. Definitely no manufacturing lines. It definitely gives the impression of being handmade, hand forged. One of a kind. There's definitely no like mass production in this. You can tell that some of the links are they're not uniform. Each link
Right.
is different, as if they were hammered out individually.
Okay, so after like passing it around my hand and looking at it, I'm gonna use a magnifying glass and then look a little more close onto it, just to see if I can find anything that maybe my basic mechanical eyes aren't seeing.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll on it then.
Investigation with advantage for the magnifying glass.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Fucking awful. 7.
I mean, you can definitely confirm that it's handmade. There's definitely some scrawling on it, but you can't make out what it is. There is some very, very intricate scroll work of some kind carved into the frame of the mirror.
You know, I'm just gonna go out on a limb with it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna speak to Brimstone and ask him if he's seen anything like this before, and sort of show it and sort of like rotate it a little near him.
He kind of looks over it, sniffs it a bit, looks real close at it. Pretty mirror. That's all he says. Pretty mirror.
Yeah, it is quite a pretty mirror, huh? Curious item. I just tuck it back into my robes for now. Mull over it in my head a little, as I can't seem to figure anything out with it. I sort of tell myself that given a moment, I'm going to head to my temple and speak with some there. Also attend some services, because I really should be doing that, and I've been slacking in that a little lately. So sort of make a mental note that I'm going to attend them and have a chat with some people there. Show the mirror to those that I sort of know more.
Okay.
And see if they have anything.
And
but it just goes back into my robes for now.
Okay. And who is planning to be in the keg for tonight's Helwinter feast?
Yeah, I'll be there because I have no family to go to anyway, so I'm just going to be there.
Okay.
Me too.
I'm assuming that George is, or Saladin rather is.
I'm still here.
All right.
I'm guessing I should be, because I was kind of dragged here to be healed, and then, still feeling a bit sore and woozy.
Yeah, you two need to kiss and make up.
What we'll do is we'll do some shots together.
What you should do is give Brimstone some shots of Fireball.
Brimstone like Fireball, yes. Brimstone set fire now?
No.
Zephian out here just casting Fireball willy-nilly.
Yeah, phrasing with shots of Fireball, eh?
He seems to sulk a little bit whenever you tell him not to start a fire.
I tell you what, can I make a deal with Brimstone?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Brimstone, I know you're not a fan of me, and you might never be, but if I am ever about to die, and you see me just down on death's doors, absolutely nuke the shit out of my corpse, everything around it. You want to fireball something, you fireball me. If I am down bad, and there is no way out of it, I believe in you.
So you're asking for a mercy killing when you're basically doomed?
No, I just trust that he wants to burn something, and it's quite funny. If I'm down on death's door, and Brimstone believes that there is no way to come back, I trust Brimstone's judgment.
Are you now using him as like Olindar's equivalent of going to Dignitas?
It seems like
it. He kind of looks at you, and he goes, Brimstone burn you if fall down. Yes, good.
You've got to be careful now that if you ever get prone, you're about to get absolutely torched.
He's like, hell yeah. Brimstone can help you.
Am I allowed to scratch it behind the ear after that comment?
He will allow that, yes. He likes the idea of burning you if you fall down, so yes.
Can he lightly scorch the hairs on the back of his hand while he does it?
No, he does not do that. Although he does feel warm to the touch.
He's a good boy. Murder me if I'm in his ear. Yes, Brimstone.
Also, I will tell you now, Sam, while you are wearing the cloak, although you don't understand all of its abilities just yet, remind me if you ever take fire damage.
Okie dokie. I was resistant anyway.
Well, he will actually absorb some of it. He will actually absorb some of the damage that you would have taken before you even have to be resistant now. So you're extra fire resistant now.
So I'm like 4x resistant.
Not quite. He has a set number that he can absorb.
This is fun. I like Brimstone. Well, I'm just spending the night kind of like giving him head pats.
So, while you guys have been out this morning, Davroth has placed an evergreen branch over the doors to the keg, which you all know is the symbol of the welcome hearth for tonight's meal. And as you're sitting around the table, people do start to file in. Some of whom you know, quite a few of whom you know, because you hang out here quite a bit. One of whom you actually only know as of recent discussion. You've put a face to the name that Davroth gave, although you don't actually remember this person very well. Mopua walks in.
Fucking Mo.
Who?
Big Mo.
Fucking snitch. Let's sit next to him, because we're friends. Or friendly adjacent.
I mean, we're not unfriendly with him, at least.
Now, can we see the map of the tavern again, just to see where we can find if he is sitting somewhere on his own when he turns up, or can we just put him in a corner?
Now,
Not aggressively.
I
just
will
suggestively.
say, for the purposes of the Helwinter feast today, Davroth has redone a lot of the tavern floor plan. So, effectively, he will have pushed as many tables together as he can to create one long table space in the south room, and then he's got the big table space in the north room next to the bar. So rather than being individual tables, he's basically pushed everything together into long tables, so that everyone is basically sitting together for the meal.
Okay.
So we have long tables going left to right in 2 rooms.
Correct. Effectively, you've got something like a long table. Does that show up very well? Here, let me... Like, effectively a long table there, and you've got this big table here.
I think you need to drag us into that room.
Did I
And
not?
Vlad just died. Sorry. Sorry.
It's all good.
That's very blue.
Is dabba dee dabba da.
Okay, sorry, said someone walked in. Is that Mo? Could you remind me?
Yes, Mo.
Who's that?
He's
Mo was
on the town
the
guard boy.
young town guard that that
The one
some
that
of the
fucking
group
turned up in the
recognized
fucking
at
fight.
the arena.
Right, gotcha.
So we
So
wanna
yes,
put
the
him in a
blue
corner
boxes
and talk
there
to him.
basically are the moved tables that he's set up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Mo at the moment?
Currently, he is talking to Davroth. He comes in and almost immediately walks over to Davroth to say his hellos.
And is this where we are currently at?
You can
just
put yourself
where we've been
wherever. It's just where I happen to drop the icons.
To be fair, at the bar is a safe bet for me.
I assumed as much, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I don't want to obviously fight him and ruin the night for everyone, but I do want to try to chat him up and get some information about from him. Are there any new murders? Really?
Okay, so who was
We know
approaching
him.
him
It's
first?
Mo. Who knows him best?
I'd say of the group, Saladin, you probably met him the most times, and even that is, you've only spoken to him maybe 3 or 4 times, and it's usually the extent of, "Hey Saladin, that was an awesome fight. Yeah, okay, thanks, kid," kind of thing. You don't really know him other than just by reputation. You know that. Oh, apologies. You know by reputation that his father died when he was young. You know that his mother is a seamstress who knows Davroth and has for a while. You know that Davroth tends to pass work her way to help her get along, and that whenever Mo decided to join the city guard, Davroth encouraged it and was the one that spoke to his mother to basically tell her it would be alright whenever she was worrying. All of this you kind of know by scuttlebutt because you hang out here so much, but he's just kind of one of those guys that you see in the bar. You don't really know him other than just as another regular in here.
Fair. Doesn't change what I'm gonna do,
Okay.
and it's not nearly as violent as anyone hears it. We're all here for the Hellwinter Feast.
Yep.
No! Absolute bear hug. Good to see you. How have you been? These are my friends.
He looks a bit shocked to begin with as you do that. Saladin, I've been okay. Nice to meet your friends. He looks very much confused because it's not the kind of relationship you two normally have.
But I've been drinking all day, and it's perfectly
true.
valid.
It's true. Which is why he's a little bit confused by it, but not, like, on guard by it.
Exactly. I drag him in, keep him close. Big here. Here's big doors. We've got Tay-Tay. We've got hot stuff. Not ever giving an actual name. Purely just hot stuff, Tay-Tay. He will not know the name unless you guys give it to him.
Okay.
We don't.
These are my friends. How have you been? What you been up to? I've seen you, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, relatively recently.
I mean, yeah, things have been crazy since, since your last fight. Do you have any idea why we were sent in there that night?
And I was looking to ask you the exact same thing. Because fuck me sideways with the cactus, that was a little bit weird. No,
I mean,
you're a good lad.
It was when we got the order
What was
as well.
going on there?
I don't know. I was patrolling down by the markets. I was a bit bummed that I was missing your fight, to be honest. And then we got word to meet at the arena. I was kind of hoping that, one of the higher-ups was gonna, give us a few minutes to catch part of the fight. And then we got told that we were supposed to be going in and looking for some... Well, they gave a description of a person that we were looking for, but we never saw them. And then things went crazy, and someone was shooting, and a grenade went off, and at which point you notice that he kind of takes another look over at Zethian. And you can see that he's starting to put some things together in his head.
Who is Zephian? I've only introduced hot stuff.
No, but he's looking at that person, whatever name by. He's not saying anything, but you can see that that's who he's looking at. And you can see something clicking over in his head.
Can we
Damn, he's
give a
hot.
little bit of a nudge, hint, hint away from that?
What are you doing to distract him from it?
That's what I just squeeze his shoulder and say, "How about a drink anyway?"
Roll me a either persuasion or deception. Your choice.
Both are pretty fucking trash. But 10. It's on me.
He kind of looks confused, glances back over one more time, but then he kind of nods and, yeah, a drink. A drink would be nice, yes. And he follows you over towards the bar. He does glance back a couple of times, and you can see that he's still kind of like not sure.
I say to Davroff, 5 of your strongest.
Strong is in the name. He pours 5 of them out for you.
Can I distract him with talk of the fight?
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so
yeah, he
just
does. He converses with you quite freely. He has some drinks.
I want to know what his thought process is on the cheating scandal. Because he's a guard. Adjacent. Did he figure out where the fucking shooting was coming from? Because to me, it's very insulting. People have told me that I've been cheating in fighting. He's watched me before. What's his thought process?
So you start asking him about the shooting.
No, not the shooting. The fight that he already knows happens, and then the fights that he has seen before. Does he think I'm a cheater?
Oh no, of course not.
Because he only turned up later, but he is clearly knowledgeable about what has happened.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't think you're a cheater. Of course not. No. He does say though someone was shooting at the ring though. I don't know why, but someone was shooting at the ring that night.
Can you tell me where the shooting was coming from?
According to the reports, it was coming from the and he names the refreshments balcony that they were in. Yes.
Does it match with what I remember?
Yes.
Just in case he was lying.
No, no. He does name that refreshments area. It will have
exactly where Sam was missing from.
Yes, section AE or whatever the numbering scheme might be within the internals of the place, but yeah, he does name it, and it was basically exactly where Sethian was.
Interesting.
To take a page out of Talek's book, can we give him some more alcohol? Plough him with poor life choices. Why were you there?
I thought you were just going to stop at plough him.
If it takes it, we'll fucking do it. Saladin takes it for the team. Or gives it for the team. I'm going to stop talking. Did I just threaten to fucking plough a god?
Yeah. Yeah, you just.
He didn't threaten you. We're just going to be a willing participant, and then say you were going to take it for the team, as if you would get ploughed in return.
He's turning into a Diddy party.
And Richard, please fucking save me from myself. Oh no.
Oh, there's no saving now. You're in too deep.
You've just propositioned a guard into being ploughed.
If
Maybe
it
he likes
works,
that,
I
though.
take it.
Maybe he's into
give it.
that. Roll the seduction.
Saladin, are you propositioning Mo?
I wasn't trying to, but if I have accidentally walked myself into this, I will roll with it and die with the roll.
This is going to be your one and only.
Roll me a d20.
Oh no!
You're unleashing
What
the
have I
riz
done?
on the guard.
Are you about to get led to the bedroom? Or are you about to get
Becca's,
bitch slapped?
Heza's wallet and watch. Let's go. What could go wrong? It's a 2.
Okay.
It just rolled off of a nat 20 to a 2. I'm fucking fuming.
Well, this is not about what the number is.
He's going to be like, "Oh, you're not doing the ploughing, Saladin."
Yes, walk to the bottom.
Are you a top or are you a tunnel?
Turns out he's a plough.
As it turns out, here's your Uno reverse card, and you're getting ploughed.
He is into it.
When in Rome.
Someone's getting their turkey stuffed tonight.
For the good of the team. For the good of the team.
I mean, it may help us get some city guard information, I guess. So.
So you really will be ploughing him for information.
So yes, he is definitely into it. So I will let you take that where you may. Before we depart the meal, though, is there any more information that the group is trying to ask Mo about this evening as the meal progresses? Mo or anyone else who might happen to be here. It doesn't have to specifically be him, but is there any more discussion to be had around the dinner table?
No. Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I was going to... No, actually, I'm not even going to mention that. Nope, there's nothing.
I guess I would imagine pass around the string of murders with cultists just to check if he knows of any new ones that has happened yesterday, today, basically.
Okay, now I am just going to, for context, tell you you're in a room right now with about 50 people.
Oh.
So are you bringing up that discussion with him in this setting?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think you're right. Yeah, we're just drinking at this point.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow.
In his ear,
Yeah, otherwise suddenly in the middle of the room you just get this crying out. Has anybody heard about the murders?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as the meal progresses, Davroth serves hearty roast vegetable stews, smoked elk, and all manner of amazing food. Towards the end of the evening, as the traditional celebration continues, Davroth places the hearth fire log onto the fire, a large log that is the tradition of Helwinter. It is always said that if this log burns steady and smooth, then the year ahead will be a bountiful and plentiful one.
Oh, that ain't burning steady and smooth.
As the meal...
Is the guard sitting firmly in Saladin's lap at this point? Like they're all cuddled up in a corner.
Not far off it, yes. As you are drinking and celebrating, and as the log burns down in the fire, close on to the midnight hour, the log begins to sputter and pop, and then all of you hear a very loud crack as the log splits in two and the fire begins to go out. And everyone in the room looks nervously towards the fireplace.
We are drunk, right? Do we ask the cape to add some more fire at this point?
Is it
Would that be too
is it wrong
crazy?
for us to all be nervous about this thing sputtering and
It'd probably be a little crazy to ask the cape to add some fire whilst there's at least one city guard in here, even if he is like
Preoccupied.
in Saladin's arms. A
the good
giant
of the
fireball going across.
Davroth does immediately move over to relight the fire. And he kind of glances around the room and he says, "It's a log and a fire. Tradition or not, next year's going to be fine." And he
We're going to
goes
get
back
two
to
next year. It's
stoking.
like the log's in two now. Means it's going to be double fine.
so it's weird that it isn't staying lit.
Well, yeah, the very much kind of like the Groundhog Day tradition of the groundhog seeing its shadow or something like that. The log burning steady is a symbol that the next year is going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So the log splitting and sputtering and going out is definitely an omen that the next year could be a rough one.
How close are we to the fire?
Fairly close.
I've got Mo in one arm. What's my fresh arm doing?
You would probably be sitting quite close to the hearth fire. Davroth likes you a lot. He's also quite close with Mo. And Mo's mother is also in attendance this evening.
So I can't throw gunpowder at fire to keep it lit.
I mean, you
No.
certainly
You're
could.
preoccupied with what's sitting in your lap.
Yeah, you're more preoccupied with Mo at the morning, or at least at the moment, or at least he's preoccupied with you.
I'll keep Mo occupied.
Okay.
Mo's mother's feeling dread for seeing
We're
her
sitting
son
there at the fire.
wheel out in a
We're
wheelchair
worried
tomorrow.
about what's happening. I'm going to keep Mo happy.
And
Safe.
Davroth does relight the flames. And
You never know, it
on
might be
that
Saladin that needs the wheelchair.
and on that note, unless anyone has anything that they would like to do before we wrap up, we will go ahead and close out tonight's session as the Hellfrost meal finishes and Saladin and Mo head off to their evening.
I'm just going to sit with Davroth for a little and drink some whiskey whilst by the fire. Have a chat.
Hearing the floorboards creak slightly above you.
Yeah. Recap him over what's happened over the day. So he sort of is all in the know of
Okay.
it all.
Most
While
do
I'm
start.
sitting in the corner feeding more coal to my cloak.
Yeah.
Most do start making their way out after the incident with the fire, so it becomes a much more cozy environment that you can have a chat with Davroth easily enough. Yeah, and I think we will wrap it up there tonight. I will go ahead and let you guys know that with this being our Christmas episode, as it were, our Christmas session, you will each be getting a little bit of a surprise in a couple of days.
Oh,
I will
no.
drop each of you a message on Christmas
Almost
with
is pregnant.
a little bit of a bonus.
It's
God
me and Mo.
damn it.
Mo is my fucking companion. That's it.
I will drop you each a
sorry.
message on Christmas with a little bit of something to add to your character sheet.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, nice.
No.
Not bad.
And
And for Saladin, it's a pregnancy test.
Look, he asked for it. We're ready. That's another player in the game. Mo asked for it. He's a top,
Well,
or is he a tail? Is he
you
a
know-
pillow biter? He might be mine.
You
I'm
know-
so
We're going to be down
sorry.
for all the dirty deets next time.
you know, George, with the new rules for strongholds, you do start getting
True.
like followers and things in a few levels. He could easily be your first follower.
Yeah, I've read up on those strongholds. Some of them actually seem pretty cool as well, like the different domains and everything. That you can
Yeah,
have
they're
for
quite neat.
Strongholds. Yeah,
I'm a train, not a tunnel. If he's up for it, we'll take him. He is our new favourite. We'll learn
Well, you're
from
definitely
him.
taking him somewhere this evening.
his poor mother.
I need
And I
this.
can assure you he'll have a stronghold on something else.
Oh,
Look, if it's for the good of the team, it's for the good of the team.
True.
Excellent. Yes, and I think we will definitely leave it
I've
there.
offended so many people, and I'm so sorry. But also, it's funny.
So basically, you've beaten up your party member and then seduced a city guard.
Yeah,
That's a summary
Sorry,
of your
but
session.
Sam, it was your fault.
You can blame me all you like. You
punched me.
What's more impressive is he seduced the city guard with a roll of 2.
Yeah.
Actually,
Ignore that.
Actually, with that one, the trick that I was actually going for with that roll that made it a perfect thing was the adding up of the 2 rolls comes to a 20.
So they were really into it.
We are a toxic couple.
The difference
into it, but
between
he was
the difference
weird.
between those rolls and how close they got to a 20 combined was going to be how compatible the 2 ended up being.
He's really into you.
Perfect match.
Yeah, exactly.
So now me and Mo have to figure out who is a train, who is a tunnel.
You do,
can
yes.
from
I will
between
leave that.
lanes.
I will leave that
both.
to you. Yeah, it could
Yep,
be.
you
It
can-
could be. Pick a night.
You can send them
The
notes to
The
Casey
plot twist
for
could be that
Christmas.
you're both pregnant.
To be honest, the notes are there, and that's problematic.
So we'll tune in a week's time to see what
To be fair,
George
my
wrote
last
in
note
his
is I'm
Twilight fan
hyping Mo
fiction.
for context. And
Well,
why not?
Hyping Mo for context.
I guess we'll find out next week.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you on the other side of it.
Absolutely.
Catch you
Excellent.
later.
Merry
Likewise.
Christmas to you
cheers,
too.
guys. Thanks.
Bye bye.
Make good
Have a good
choices.
one all.
Thanks, us.